Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. Barcelona is finally back after a 2-week long absence due to the international break. And Barcelona, they are going to be returning to La Liga to face Sevilla tomorrow. We're going to be looking at some of Hansi Flick's words. And then as well, we're going to be looking at Frankie de Jong because Frankie de Jong, he is at risk. And then as well, we're going to talk about Stegen, giving an update in regards to his injury. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight with the video and let's look at some of Hansi Flick's words in which he said in the press conference before the game against Sevilla tomorrow, in which is going to be a big clash because number one, we do know that Barcelona, they do struggle returning from international breaks. Our record, coming off those breaks isn't the best. And then as well, Hansi Flick is going to be receiving huge boosts in the squad, that of Dani Olmo, Fermin Lopez, and potentially Gavi. That is something to be excited about. But let's look at his words. Hansi Flick starts off by saying, what I can say is that Sevilla has good dynamics. They like to play with the ball, have possession, and we will have to control it. He continues to talk about Lamine Yamal, who is a doubt for tomorrow's match. But Hansi Flick, he says, the focus is on tomorrow's game. We're going step by step. It's an important game, and we'll start with the 11 who are in the best shape. That's our idea. One more day. The treatments he's had have gone well for his recovery. It was a good decision by the coach to let him rest, and he's ready. So right there, Hansi Flick saying that Lamine Yamal is ready to play tomorrow. But that doesn't mean that he's going to be starting. Lamine Yamal, that precaution of bringing him from the Spanish national team, that small little hamstring sprain, keep him out for a couple of days. He's had roughly a week and a half to rest and everything. But just because he is ready doesn't mean that he's going to be starting. But if Hansi Flick, he says he's ready, then that could open the door for him to start. Flick talks about Szczesny. He says it's fine for him to say he's ready, but there's no reason for Inaki Peña not to play. So right there, Flick mentioning that, hey, we honestly don't know who's going to be starting tomorrow in that goalkeeping position. I hope it's Szczesny because I have been excited for these past couple of weeks, and especially looking at some of his words. I'm really excited to see what kind of form Szczesny will be in, but we will have to see. Flick now talks about the return of those players such as Gavi, Olmo, and Fermin. He says Gavi will probably be on the bench, and I like watching them train. He is in a very good disposition. The same is true for Fermin, and he will probably be able to play. Danny will be on the bench, but we will focus more on Wednesday. So right there, Hansi Flick aiming to have Fermin and Olmo have some minutes, but Gavi just going to be on the bench just for, I'm guessing, the ceremonial thing, symbolic, because Gavi, unlike Olmo and Fermin, is coming off of a major injury that's kept him out for roughly a year. And so it's not likely that we're going to be seeing Gavi play. And in regards to Olmo and Fermin, we're most likely going to get 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even more, 20 if you're pushing it. But Daniel Olmo, I think the objective is for him to start potentially against Bayern Munich. Flick, he talks about on this meeting with Xavi because they did meet. I did see a photo on social media and everything. And Hansi Flick says, I understand why you're so interested. It's an incredible club. I had a great welcome from the president and everyone else. I love the passion of this club. When I was the German coach, I had a good relationship with Xavi. We wrote to each other and talked. I waited a bit to contact him, and after the tribute to Iniesta, I thought it was a good time to contact him. I asked if I could have a coffee with him, and it was a good meeting. I also met with his family. They're not far from my house. The rest is private between him and me. And so I wonder what Hansi Flick and Xavi, what they were discussing. But I guess that's going to be something that we won't be able to know. Flick, he now talks about Frankie de Jong, a player who is at risk. He has picked up a little muscle discomfort because this report from Ser says that Frankie de Jong in that training session, he did feel some discomfort, but has nothing to do with the ankle sprain, and he is in doubt, to be included in the squad to face Sevilla. And the Hansi Flick and the staff, they will be taking the decision on whether he will be joining or not. And Hansi Flick, his stance on it, it says we have to see him tomorrow. He felt some discomfort yesterday. He started with the group today, but then he was sidelined. I wanted him to start, but we'll see. And so that is a blow. Hansi Flick wanted Frankie de Jong to start, after what, roughly 2 weeks or something of training, just with the team, with Hansi Flick and everything, and not even to mention, the past couple of weeks. But for Hansi Flick to see Frankie de Jong pick up some discomfort, that's no, it's not good signs. It is a blow and it is a setback. Flick, he talks about Lamine Yamal, and he says, I've been on the other side too. The coach did it right. When players need a rest, they should do so. The Spanish national team has very good players, and it's not a problem if someone else plays. And that's interesting. Like, I want to hear more of Hansi Flick's opinions on how the Spanish national team and how Luis de la Fuente is managing Lamine Yamal, because Hansi Flick was, as he said, he was on the other side. He was the German national team coach, and he was, not only a club manager, but also a national team manager. And so I want to see his opinions on the treatment of Lamine Yamal. Flick, he now talks about Laporta's criticism regarding the Nations League. He says, I think UEFA and FIFA should speak with one voice. I cannot change reality, and the great football experts should get together and see what they should do in the future. And I don't think that this is sustainable. The amount of games that the players are going to have to play, it's getting ridiculous. We do have to put a limit, because as much as we want to see football, we want to see our players and the best players in the world perform at the highest of level. And playing every 3 days or even more, then it's not healthy. It's not healthy. He continues on talking about the starting goalkeeper. He says that's not the idea. Inaki Pena will play tomorrow and next Wednesday. And I would add that we are happy that Szczesny is ready to play. So right there, Hansi Flick saying, hey, Szczesny, he will not be starting. It'll be Inaki Pena. And my reasoning on why Hansi Flick is going to be starting Inaki Pena is that he wants to maintain continuity and doesn't want to disrupt what Inaki Pena has been doing in these past couple of weeks. And potentially, even though Szczesny is ready to play, we have to keep in mind that he is returning from retirement and he was absent from the world of football for roughly 2 to 3 months, and as well, in the last couple of weeks of the summer. And so maybe that's why Hansi Flick isn't looking to play Inaki Pena, to play Szczesny. But after reading this quote, it is a little bit, disappointing because I was looking forward to him. But we'll see tomorrow. Flicky talks about Gavi's ideal position. He says in midfield, there are players who can play in several positions. With Gavi, with his mentality and how he channels aggression, he can play in both midfield positions. So he can play advanced or he could play deeper, in the midfield, and it's most likely that we're going to see Gavi at the base of that midfield. And honestly, that is going to be super, super exciting. Flake now talks about the team scoring a lot of goals. He says, we scored a lot of goals, and they're usually the top scorers. They're all part of the team. And the last quote from Hansi Flick is in regards to Ansu Fati. He says, there's an option for him to play, but the quality of the team is incredible. He plays as the 11th, and there is Raphinha, who is also at an incredible level. And we're going to see if Ansu Fati is going to start tomorrow. I honestly think, looking at the games that Barcelona do have, you have Real Madrid, you have Bayern Munich, Barcelona, they're coming off an international break. Some players, they've, been picking up a lot of minutes. I think, hey, Ansu Fati, he hasn't been called to the Spanish national team. This is the perfect opportunity for him to start against a team that he knows, in Sevilla. It's a good team, but this isn't, like a top team, like on a continental level. And so, it could be an opportunity for him to start. But guys, who would you guys want to see tomorrow? Are you guys sad that Szczesny will not be playing? Are you guys, potentially looking for Ansu Fati to start? Lamine, Lewandowski? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. What is your lineup for tomorrow's match against Sevilla? And as well, the last piece of news that I did want to talk to you guys about and bring in some good news is an update in regards to Marc-Andre ter Stegen, because this was a photo of ter Stegen in training, doing some rehab work at the Barcelona sporting facilities. And right there, you can see his right leg braced with a bandage over the part where he did have surgery. And it's very, very good news that we see, Marc-Andre ter Stegen already doing some rehab work, focusing on that core, focusing on the stability. And, slowly, day by day, we're going to have Marc-Andre ter Stegen return to match day fitness and match day sharpness. And as you can see right there, that smile, it only gives good news. And hopefully we can see him back, very, very soon, but it's unlikely. And it's most likely that we're going to be seeing him towards the latter end of the season, or maybe we won't even see him towards the end of the season whatsoever. But Mark under Ter Stegen doing rehab work, fantastic news. And hopefully he is able to recover very well. But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know down below your score predictions for tomorrow's match. How do you guys see that game going? And as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.